The second biggest search engine on the planet, owned by the first, which is Google. Most of you know that, some of you still don't. You know, YouTube is beyond powerful. People are like, oh, it's just another social media platform. No, 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 no. It is a search engine. People don't just Google anymore, they watch. This is one of the biggest changes in buyer behavior. People want to see how you think before they talk. They want to hear your voice. They want to see your face. They want to know whether you explain things clearly. A website can say you're an expert. A video will prove it. That's why YouTube is becoming one of the most powerful trust platforms in business. It's not just entertainment. As I said, it's a search engine, a credibility engine, and a research tool. Think about the last time you were considering a purchase, a service, or maybe a major decision. There's a good chance you watched a video. Maybe it was a review. Maybe it was a comparison. Could have been an explainer. Maybe it was someone breaking down the problem. That same behavior will apply to professional services. If I'm hiring a commercial real estate broker, and one broker has a basic-ass bitch website while another has a library of market updates, deal breakdowns, who do I feel more familiar with? Who am I going to trust more as an expert? If I'm choosing an attorney and one attorney has a paragraph about experience while another has a library of videos explaining the process, common mistakes to avoid, timelines and expectations, who feels like the authority there? And I could apply this in every single industry that you could mention. And I could probably do it like that. Being familiar with somebody, even people you've never met, it matters. Because people do not hire strangers unless they have no other choice. Content makes you less of a stranger. Long-form video takes that even further. Short clips might introduce you, but long-form shows how you think. And it gives people time with you. It lets them evaluate your judgment. It lets them decide if your personality, expertise, and approach feel aligned. And that is why podcasts and YouTube shows matter. Not because everyone will watch the full episode, and not because everybody's going to like your content, but because the existence of that depth creates confidence. YouTube works because it combines search, face, voice, explanation, proof, personality. That combination accelerates trust, and it does it while you sleep, and it compounds. Me investing time to sit down and create this content to educate my clients and maybe people who are needing to update their strategy and marketing for their company or whatever, this is going to compound and it's going to work while I sleep. And here's an objection I might get sometimes, but my clients are not on YouTube. Yeah, they are. Maybe they're not watching content about your industry every day, but they use YouTube to learn, compare, research, and validate. The question is not whether they are on YouTube. The question is whether you are there when they start researching. That is key. Your website tells people what you do. Your videos show people how you think. So where does that leave the website? It still matters, but its job has changed.